I bought a couple of beetroots, which I've now peeled and sliced, and I bought some black carrots. They looked quite interesting, and I thought they might have a different flavour from orange carrots, but actually they pretty much taste the same as orange ones, but they're an interesting colour. And I had a great idea for making a Asian style kind of pickle, but we don't call it pickle, we call it mruba. And anyway, when I go to the market and I see new vegetables, they really excite me, and I think that gives me ideas for making something new. So the flavours I want to introduce into this pickle, I want to add a bit of sweetness. So I've got some sugar, and obviously I want to introduce heat, so I've got some chili flakes. I'm not using chili powder, I prefer chili flakes. I've got some cumin, ground cumin here, and of course some salt. So let's see what happens. I've got some hot water in the pan, so I'm going to add a sliced beetroot. Everything is going to go very red, including my fingers, so next time I'm going to have to use some plastic gloves. So I'm just going to slice up the carrots, which I'm going to do lengthways first, because they're quite fat and interesting. They're not actually black, they're purple, but they're called black carrots anyway. So I'm just going to slice these. I will adjust the flavours later, but this is just to get started. These chili flakes are quite hot, so I don't want too many because I don't want this to be a very hot pickle. I'm just going to add in about 1/4 teaspoon, and you can always adjust the flavour later. Put the lid on that, and I'm going to cook that until they're very soft and tender, and then we'll see what they taste like after. I was looking through my spice cupboard, and I saw these fennel seeds, And I thought, well, they'll add a nice kind of aniseedy flavour to this. So I'm just going to add in a little bit. I think that'll make an interesting flavour. So I just want a small handful because I don't have, I'm not making a lot. So maybe a teaspoon of fennel seeds. And what I'm going to do is just let all this really cook down and boil to create a lovely, interesting flavour. So this is the great thing with when you come across new and exciting vegetables at your local market. You can experiment, try different flavours, try adding different spices that you haven't used before, and just see what you come up with. If you like it, that's great. If not, okay, try a different combination. I'm going to let this cook for, going to let it boil and then reduce the heat and let it cook for at least half an hour. So after half an hour, this is what it looks like now. Look at that colour. It's almost black. What a wonderful, rich, deep sauce that is going to make. The beetroot and the carrots are now very tender and soft, which is what I wanted. And I had a taste. What I had to do was add another tablespoon of brown sugar this time to give it a more caramelly flavour. And I also decided that I will be adding lemon juice to it afterwards to give you that little bit of sharpness at the end. At the moment, all I can taste is sweetness and chilli, so it does need something like lemon juice or even cider vinegar to give it that kick, that little bit of kick. And this is going to be absolutely tremendous. So what I'm going to do now is just let this cool down, and then I'm going to add the juice of one small lemon to it when it's cold, because I want to be able to taste the lemon juice. I don't want the lemon juice to be cooked in the heat. It'll be very difficult to taste it. And then after that, what I might do is just cut these larger pieces up a little bit more, and then I should put them into jars. So let's see what happens. Well, the beetroot and the carrots are now really cooked. I boiled this and then cooked it on a low heat for about 30 minutes. And the vegetables are very tender. As you can see, the knife goes straight through. So, and you've got this really beautiful dark red juices here. So the spices I used were absolutely perfect. The quantities were just right. And the taste is absolutely phenomenal. Don't know if you remember earlier in this pot was actually full a bit more. I actually ended up eating about half of it. So yeah, that's how good it is. So all you need to do now is just keep it in the fridge. So I'm going to put this into a jar. And I shall keep it in the fridge. And this will be absolutely great with hot meat, cold meat. It'd be delicious with chicken actually. Chicken, roast chicken covered in spices. When I do a roast chicken, I usually cover it in a yogurt spicy sauce, and then just roast it in the oven on a low heat so it's very soft and juicy, so it doesn't dry out. And with freshly made mashed potatoes. Wow, doesn't that sound good? So I'm going to pour the juices in there, and that's going to be really delicious. Just keep that in the fridge for as long as you want. So when you've taken out the carrots and the beetroot, you're left with the liquid. So don't throw it away. This is a fantastically refreshing, delicious drink. Put loads of ice cubes in it, keep it in the fridge. When it's cooled down, It is so delicious. I've added it with raspberries and some strawberries, so I'm going to have a very nice little snack before lunch. So add your favourite fruit to it, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you soon for more great recipes. Bye!